Good evening, and my name is AMOL ARORA. I'm the managing director of SHEMROCK and SHEMFORD group of schools. One of the biggest questions that's been coming from parents is about their concern about the health and safety of their children, and especially the time when it's being considered that schools should reopen, should they open or not, and we're seeing the economy going back to normal. We are seeing parents going back to work. We are seeing uh, people coming to our houses at this situation, and we also understand that the number of COVID-19 cases are going to increase in the coming weeks and months, right? Both ways we know that. So in such a situation, how do we keep our children safe? Whether they are in the house, whether somebody comes to our house, people from our house are going out, people are going to work, they come back. In this whole situation, the safety of children is very, very paramount, and especially those younger children who cannot be taught, cannot be explained what COVID-19 is. I know some parents are telling me that some children are looking at COVID as if it's a kind of it's a germ or it's like a mosquito which is flying around. They're trying to look for कि corona kahan hai. So, since this was the biggest concern of parents, of course, we are taking care of their learning through the summer camp, through our morning assemblies. We are trying to, a lot of our branches are doing Zoom sessions with children. So, there's a lot of effort going on. We have the whole full day classroom for all our children who are enrolled in our schools. So, we're taking care of the learning part, but the safety part is something that parents have been asking us, even in school and at home as well. Good evening to Shilpa ma'am, Vatika ma'am as well. Yes, this is I am live right now. Um, Good to see you on Facebook. So right now, one of the things that we're all doing on Facebook is we're watching these videos, and we're sharing content. Which other a lot of content is coming via WhatsApp to our phones. We don't know what is right. One day they say do certain things, other day they say this is not correct, right? So it's very, very confusing. So I was thinking, what do we do about it as a responsible institution? What should Shamrock and Shamford do about this? And it struck me that I need to call somebody who's a very dear friend of mine, Dr. DK Gupta. So tomorrow at 11 a.m., I'm going to be holding a special session. I, of course, have some questions for him because I want to clarify everything as a parent myself as well. We are not doctors here. So Dr. DK Gupta, he's a very renowned pediatrician, and he's an amazing human being as well. And being a friend, so it'll not be a very something which will really stress you out. It'll not be a boring session. It'll be something we'll try and make it interesting as well, because it'll be like when two friends meeting and you'll be just listening on the conversation. But at the same time, we'll be happy to take questions as well. So please note down whatever questions you have. It's tomorrow, Saturday at 11 a.m. So please come with questions, and I'll have plenty of time. I'll be observing the questions. I can see the comments right now, and whatever questions that we get, I'll be happy to ask Dr. Gupta. And he's one person, most of you would have seen him on some news channel or the other. So sitting in his hospital in the Felix Hospital in Noida, one of the really good hospitals in Noida. He's over there. He's trying to clarify doubts to via news channels. But what I've always realized is that news channels tend to sensationalize things. They make a big deal out of it sometimes. On one day they say, it's a big deal, stay indoors. Then they say, no, 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 we have to get our economy working. Please get back to work. So it's, as parents, it's a bit confusing. What do I do now? We were in March, we were all, oh, this is nothing. It's a Chinese thing. It's nothing to do with India. Then we went into panic mode. Then now are we over relaxed? Are we going? We don't know, right? Where's the right balance between being reasonably careful for the sake of our children and being paranoid? I don't want any of us don't want to be paranoid as well. We want to get on with our lives. So these were the things that were really, as a parent, also I was having these questions with me. So I thought, and I always check with Dr. Gupta whenever I have a doubt. So because being a friend, I know he'll never misguide anybody on anything. So he's a true Corona warrior. He's somebody that you'll all enjoy this session. It'll be you can trust that he himself is worried, but at the same time he'll make it very enjoyable. So please share this video with all your friends and family. Just share it on your Facebook walls, and so that everybody can benefit. I hope I have no other idea. It's not something where you have to register on Zoom or get a login ID or something. It's nothing of that sort. I just want parents and children in this country to be safe, So if you think this is something that you would want your friends and family to attend as well, I have questions like, before going out, what should you precautions should you take? Before you re-enter, what kind of precautions should you take? What about maids who are coming? What about people who come in to service our air conditioners? How do we deal with that? Should we allow them? Should we not allow them? If do, then what kind of things can we take precautions for? If a child gets sick as well, how at what stage should we start worrying? Because children can get sick normally also. It's not important. It's not necessary that the thing was corona. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि कोरोना ही हुआ है बच्चे को, बुखार वैसे भी हो सकता है किसी के साथ. तो ऐसे केस में क्या करना चाहिए, क्या स्टेप्स लेने चाहिए, किस स्टेज पे हमें डरना चाहिए? एंड ऑल्सो रियलिटी क्या है, जब वी लिस्टिंग टू दिस थिंग, हॉस्पिटल्स में जगह नहीं मिल रही है. सो somebody who's an entrepreneur, somebody who's a doctor, and somebody who's a friend of mine, I think is the best person to guide everybody. And doctors do not have time, so it was really nice of Dr. Gupta to be able to take out time from his schedule, because he's all day managing the challenges of a new way to run a hospital. Because right from checking people who are coming in, so somebody has so he said somebody in a PP suit checks every patient, but if the patient is asymptomatic, then there's no way of knowing if corona is entering his hospital or not, right? So it is something, a challenge that he's facing. So it'll be good to hear from his mouth what the truth is, because we can always say media छुपा रही है, media ज़्यादा बता रही है, नहीं बता रही. I don't know what whom to believe. So this is a person that you can believe, and whatever he'll be saying, this is a reality. Do we at what stage should we go in for testing? Testing हो रही है, नहीं हो रही है? Are we going to if somebody is getting sick, do they get entry into the hospital? Because वो एक story सुनने में it gets viral कि मेरे father को entry नहीं मिली, and then everybody suddenly panicking. So just to put you at ease, it's like हम लोग एक नए वर्ल्ड में एंटर कर गए. इन दिस वर्ल्ड हमें मालूम नहीं कि कोरोना के साथ डील कैसे करना है. वी हैव नेवर हैड दैट एक्सपीरियंस, किसी ने हमें सिखाया नहीं है, तो कौन बताएगा? सो a medico only can help us. So I thought this is something that is a must attend for parents. I just, when I thought of this idea, I shared it first with a small group of friends that let's have Dr. Gupta on and let's have a clear brainstorming. So then the response I got was, why not? Can I share with my friends? Everybody kept saying, can I share with my friends? Can I share it with my groups as well? Can I share it with my family? Can I invite my chacha? Can I invite? Then I thought, okay, if you're going to do it, let's do it publicly. So that's why only on Friday we're saying, okay, let's make it a public thing. So I asked Dr. Gupta, is he okay with doing a public event? And he was most helpful, and he took out time immediately. He had to, work his schedule. So it's going to be a good session. It'll be something you'll enjoy. And do come with your notes. Come with notes of questions, and I'll try and accommodate as many questions. And those questions which apply to all. If your question is very specific to you only, I'm not sure if we'll be able to accommodate that. But if you think it's a question which most parents have, then please do ask them in the chat box of Facebook, and I'll try and ask Dr. Gupta that question. Again, a good evening, Susmita ma'am, Pallavi ma'am, and Deepshika ma'am as well. So good to know that, and Simar ma'am as well. So good to know that moms especially are more worried. So I can see that. But good to see that parents are here, and just please mark it on your calendars, share this on your walls, so that your friends and family can attend this as well. This is something which I wanted to be I'm reading newspapers, magazines, watching TV, reading on social media, WhatsApp forwards. I felt this is the only way to clarify, hear it from somebody who's dealing with this day in, day out. And as I said, he's on most TV channels. He 3 or 4 channels a day. He's speaking. So he's somebody who's very well versed with what is happening in the COVID situation, not only in our area, but world across, because they have these doctors from all across the world who come and speak. So all of them would be there, and so he's learned from all of them, and he's been observing them. He has discussions with them. He's a very keen student as well. What I've known Dr. Gupta over the years is he's an amazing student as well. He's not somebody who's full of himself who thinks मैं the expert हूँ. I didn't want that kind of doctor to come on our session, because you never know somebody, if they misguide somebody, because if somebody feels I know everything, वो misguidance हो सकता है. And we're talking about the health and safety of our children here. So ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था. So I thought I must call somebody who I know I can trust, that with his opinions, his judgments, our parents are going to get really good, honest, clean advice, something which will clear your mind after this. You will not be confused about the whole situation. That's what I can promise you. So tomorrow, 11 o'clock, mark it on your calendars, come with your notes, because you will have notes to take back. That's how I like to, I'll be discussing it tonight as well. Let's give them क्लियर कट स्टेप्स, ऐसा नहीं कि जनरल बातें नहीं होंगी कि कोरोना आ गया, हाय कोरोना आ गया, सब ठीक है, आ गया, नाउ करना क्या है, राइट? दैट्स हाउ आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, एज अ लीडर ऑफ शेमरॉक एंड शेमफोर्ड. अब आ गया सिचुएशन, वी वेंट ऑनलाइन ओवरनाइट, you all know that as parents, as school heads as well. Immediately we shifted to online. We didn't take us any time because या तो हम लोग हाई कोरोना करें या कहें नहीं अब करना क्या है. And we were very proactive. You've seen how amazingly we've transformed to a system. And going forward, for just information for parents, since some of you are here, we will continue this way of teaching learning even when schools reopen, because इसमें से अच्छी चीजें निकल के आई हैं. There are a lot of things which the assembly, for example, every day we have about 400 300 people coming every day on a regular basis. So why not continue this way of learning, teaching in the evenings or in the afternoons once schools reopen as well? क्यों नहीं, जो आ सकता है, it's good time as well. So we'll have that. We'll have, there's more coming in. We are working on other things as well. So as schools start reopening, I know right now हम लोग सोच रहे हैं कि बच्चों को नहीं भेजना है. It's a bit too big a risk. But let's see what he says about this. I'll ask him about this as well. It's what do you have to say about keeping our children safe if they come to school, or should parents are, I mean, 90% parents will say abhi nahi bhejna. So but when or how long can this continue? Will a vaccination come or not? So all these questions are on our minds, right? कि vaccination बनेगा नहीं बनेगा, 12 to 18 months सुनते आए हैं. Is it ever going to come? So all these questions are going to get answered from somebody who really knows what he's talking about. So mark it on your calendars, share this video also on your friends, and so that everybody can come. I just wanted to share them, come quickly online, so that to make you understand how important this is. We didn't get you know a long time to promote this event, but I think it's a very, very important session and something which will help you in the coming weeks. Good evening, Reena ma'am, Harpreet ma'am, and Rahul sir as well. So good to see all of you here, and thank you for uh, just happening to be online, because this was not prepared. But it'll be a good session. So I hope to see you all at 11, and come with your questions, and I'll try and accommodate maximum questions that I can. Good luck with that. Keep yourself safe. Keep our children safe. We're going to, in the end, humans always win, right? That's what we've seen in the movies. So, anyway, we'll always win. And so let's keep ourselves safe. But this session is going to help us truly, truly. So, look forward to seeing everybody. Bye bye.